Ooh, I think I'm live. Hey, everybody. Can everybody hear me? Because I'm like a weird setup right now. I just got home from work. I thought I'd stream real quick because I do a birthday stream every year. I didn't want to break that streak. But I was called into work today on my birthday to do a half day shift. And I wanted to go because I needed to make up the hours for missing Monday because I usually work Mondays, but we were out of power. That storm moved through Sunday night, knocked out power for like 65,000 people in the area. It was pretty bad. I mean, I had a tree tip over. It fell across my easement, so not only did it knock out a power line, but it blocked me from being able to go anywhere. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday, I pretty much was without air conditioning, and it was 100 degrees every day. It was 100 today, 101 today. It's supposed to be up between 102 and 105 tomorrow and Friday. So I spent a lot of time sitting in my truck playing on my phone because all I had was 5G. I had no internet, no power, nothing. And I wasted a lot of gas just trying to keep cool and Jinx, my dog, in the back seat. And we spent a lot of time in the truck. I mostly hung out in the Discord talking with people because streaming videos and stuff isn't all that great on 5G if you only have like 1 or 2 bars. Out here on my property, I only get like 3 bars tops, and that's if I'm outside. So it's been a long 2 days. It was so hot. I tried sleeping in my truck. That was hard to do because the truck would shut off every 30 minutes. It's like a safety feature. Like if you leave it running idle in park and you don't put it in gear or anything, it'll shut off after 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes I was waking back up because it would ding at me and tell me it's about to shut off in 30 seconds. And I'd have to hit OK and then try to go back to sleep. And eventually that got tiring. So I just opened up all my windows and slept on the couch as best I could. And I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep for the past 2 days. They finally got my power back on just in time for my birthday. And then I was finally able to cool off the house. And then power was back on at work. So boss, texted me and was like, can you open for half a day? We need the business. So I went into work. I just got home from work. And yeah, everybody wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you so much. Vladimir's here. Is that Kefki? I haven't seen you in a while, Kefki. Whitechapel, Snoopy, K-Show, Vorgan Solterra says happy birthday. Thank you very much. Vorgan Solterra just dropped $10 too to say happy birthday. Thank you very much. That's awesome of you. And Retro Veteran Gamer gave $5 to say happy birthday to me. Appreciate that, Retro. You guys are great. If you'd like to donate something for my birthday, which is really appreciated because I just wasted a lot of gas money and I lost a few groceries from them not having power. So if you'd like to give something, but you don't want YouTube to take 30%, feel free to use Streamlabs or CASHAPP. Put your screen name in your CASHAPP message if you do CASHAPP because I'm not going to read a real name. I'm not going to dox anybody. So all that can be found in the description. That's only if you want to give. I'm totally happy with just hanging out with you guys. Do a little birthday stream. Say hi. Probably won't stay on for very long. I'm very tired. Like I said, running off 4 hours of sleep over the course of 2 days. And then I had to work today. So, yeah, it's been a crappy week. I mean, the power going out, the storms were crazy. I mean, that storm wasn't even that... It's not like it stuck around. It only went on for like 30 minutes. It was like an hour later. Like it started raining at 6 and then the wind picked up. And then all kinds of crazy shit happened. Whole trees just came out of the ground. Yeah, we had 80 mile per hour gusts of wind. And then the sun was back out at 7. So, we're having a weird year. Um, Irving Spider-Man gave $5 to say happy birthday. Thank you, Irving. I see Carlos is here. Michael. Hey, Mike. Um, I've got the chat blown up, like zoomed in, so I can only read like 5 at a time. So as it moves, if I miss you, sorry. But thank you all very much for the birthday wishes. I'm 38 today, which means Magog is 338. Because I just, in order to make Magog's age, memorable, so I can remember it, I just added 300 to my actual age. So, um, it wasn't that bad. I roughed it. It was hot, but I sat in my truck. I mean, I'm not going to complain. A lot of people were out of power for longer than me. A lot of people have medical equipment or they're older and they were out without power, so I'm totally okay. I've survived worse. So it was no big deal. It does suck that that's like my only days off, and I didn't really get to do anything because without a computer I couldn't write any scripts or do any recording or anything like that because I'm ready to launch my new show. I know I've been talking about it on stream, and I talked about it on the last episode of SideQuest to promote it. It's a new show Magog's going to start doing on the Wicked Guild channel called Bad Magic. And it's basically like a little TV show, like a one-set TV show. Think of like Mr. Rogers or Pee Wee Herman, something like that. It's going to have segments. It's going to be a longer format, like 15, 20-minute long little show with different characters. I'm currently playing around with the creation of some new characters, to either appear in the magic mirror or to be voice work, kind of like Poe. Maybe get a skull that talks or, some other interesting cursed item that has a voice. And I'm going to work with people who want to be a part of this little project of mine. And that's the best I can do right now with a full-time job, is just instead of trying to do a bunch of small skits every single day, I'm going to have to just kind of put my days off and my work and my time into just a single show. But it's closer to what I've always dreamed to see Magog become anyway. I've always wanted it to be a real show, like with sets and actors and a production crew. Now, of course, I never made it as big as I thought I would. My years of success seem to be behind me. The channel is plateaued, and I don't know if this new show can save it. But, the dream was always to do like an actual show. I always wanted to build like a medieval village, on my land and have like an all year round set, basically, like a fully functioning village. Nothing made of plastic, like real wood, real buildings, so that it lasted long, all year round. We could film at different times throughout the year, and that was always the dream. So Carlos is here, and he's asking, when does that come out? It was supposed to come out before I do my birthday stream. I was supposed to film Sunday evening because I finished the script last week. And I have the intro, I have the outro, I have the segment formats. I polished the script. I like what the script is for the first episode. It's very fun. I was going to film the segments after work Sunday because Sunday's my short day at work. I only work noon to 5. So I got all my grocery shopping done in the morning and come out here to the shop before going to work, and I got the camera set up, and I was like, today's the day, baby. Bad Magic. I'm going to film Bad Magic. Then I went to work, and by the time I got home, that storm was full force. Like, it was starting, man. The trees were bent like this. Like, hail was pelting my head. I was, like, running inside. I ran inside real quick. I knew the power would probably go out with a storm like that, so I shut down my computer. I unplugged it from the wall. I turned off my TV and unplugged it. Anything that might get a power surge if the power goes out. And sure enough, 2 minutes later, the power went out. So I got home just in time to unhook my computer. And so instead of filming Sunday night and then editing Monday and Tuesday, and then doing my stream today to talk about it, to show you guys the episode live, I was going to like feature it live and do my birthday at the same time. All that got kiboshed, man. Just foobarred out of hell because of the Mother Nature. Because I was without power starting Sunday night, all day Monday, all day Tuesday until the evening, and then they were working on the power by by the time it was my birthday. I had power, but it was 2 days. 2 days without any power. So I didn't really have a cold house until like this morning. It took that long to cool my house down. My house was like 90 degrees last night, or night before last. So yeah. Night Sun says, glad you got a good job. Gave $10. Thank you, Night Sun. Yeah, I finally found a job. It was really hard for me to find a job that worked. That was just work. I wasn't looking for a career change. I still believe in my YouTube channel. I still believe in my filmmaking. I still believe in my comedy. I really want to give it a shot. I want to try to turn it around. I want to try to do this because I love to do it, but my bills are stacked up. COVID was hard for everybody. I still got bills to pay left over from COVID. I had to charge a lot to the credit card. I haven't been making as much money over the past few years. So it was time for me to find a job. And now I found a job finally, but it took months. I mean, I had a cleaning contract, but other than that, it was a very tough time. A lot of budgeting, a lot of relying on some very generous fans to give big donations and stuff during side quests and everything. Irving Spider-Man gave $5 to say happy birthday. I don't know if I caught that before, but I did it now. Thank you, Irving. Let me check my Streamlabs to make sure there's nothing over there. I might have something over there. Yeah, got a few. Next 6 minutes gave $5. I'm glad you have power and AC back home. Or back, man. Happy birthday, man. Here's a few bucks to get some groceries. Thank you so much, Six. It's good to see you, man. I love to see you guys all in the chat when we do side quests and stuff. BGC Veton gave $5 to say, is it like that every year out there? You're probably tired of hearing it. Happy birthday. P.S. I did mention on Twitter, but I hope you can work a skit. What does that say? With that thief you've caught on the shop. It feels like a gold mine for storytelling. Yeah, I've got quite a few ideas in the works. Quite a few new characters. And thank you, by the way, Veton. I really appreciate the donation. You guys are cool. Thank you. I just have less time now that I have a full-time job. It's a 40-hour-a-week job. I have less time to work on the show, so I'm going to do the best I can to get like 2 or 3 episodes out a month of Bad Magic, so we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely working on some stuff. I hope you like it, and it's segmented, so it's got more of a formula to it, so I can put it together easy, and the editing time won't be mad crazy like it was with Legend of Magog. You guys remember Kettlehead? With all the different camera angles and all that. It was great, but without a cameraman, it's really hard to film that stuff. I don't even know if I'm in focus. If I'm on camera, the camera's over here, and I can't see if I'm in focus. It took me days to film just one episode of Legend of Magog because I don't even have a cameraman. So this is going to be more of a one-set show with static camera shots, and that'll be a little bit more streamlined. The format's really cool. It's basically segmented out with little jokes and stuff. I'm just checking I forgot I do have CASHAPP, and if anybody wants to give to that, it's down there. It's CASHAPP. I just leave it as an option because it doesn't cost anything. Like, I get the full amount. There's no processing fee or anything like that. So, Some of my fans wanted that as an option because they're tired of YouTube getting 30% and PayPal getting like 5 or 6%, something like that, through Streamlabs. So Cash App is, instant transfer and you get the full amount. There's no processing fee or anything. I can see why Cash App's become popular. But what is it, Jinx? Jinx is in the shop with me today. You can't see him because he's way down here. What? What? You big goofball. Wait, you can't get up on screen. You can't get up on screen. You're too far out of screen. Yeah, you are. Assassin of the Greys here. What's up, Assassin? Been a while. Snoopy's here. Hey, girl. The best Remy. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Whitechapel's here. Good evening. They're talking to each other too. But thank you all for the birthday wishes. Yes, 38, the big 38. I usually try to stream so I can make a little birthday money to spend on fireworks because I like to actually celebrate my birthday on a week later is the 4th of July. So on my birthday, I usually do like a live stream, and if I make like $100, then I'll go and buy some fireworks. But with everything that just happened, a previous storm before this last one, it didn't knock out power, but it did hail, and my truck was outside because the tractors were parked under the carport, and that's because usually the tractors just kind of stay there to keep them out of the sun and stop. If I'd known it was coming, but it was like 6 in the morning, I was asleep, bro. And the previous night, I always check the weather, but the previous night it just said thunderstorms. That's all it said. I didn't know it was going to be golf ball sized hail. So my truck got fucked up. And so I just got the assessment from Geico, and it's like almost $10,000 in damage. Almost $10,000 in damage. So I have to pay the deductible, which is my deductible is $500, and they're supposed to fix it, but I don't got $500, so it's gonna have to wait. It's not on my priority list. It is just cosmetic. My truck runs fine. I just put new tires on her. My dad helped me get some new tires. That was my birthday present from my dad. He helped my brother get tires, so he thought it was only fair that he helped me get tires. I needed them, so. At least the truck runs and everything. The hood and the roof and the side lights and the fenders and stuff look like the moon. It was pretty bad. So, Ark's here. What's up, Ark? Sorry, I thought I saw a message from you, but I didn't have time to read it. I kind of got home and just jumped right in here. So I'll check you later, bro. Gulf City Peterbilt is here. Hey, Peterbilt. Been a while. Well, I've seen you in the chat, but it's been a while since I've said hi to you. Dragoness is here. Thank you all so much for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. Good to see you all. We're talking about the show, Bad Magic. So anyway, I have some friends from out of town coming to visit over the weekend and into next week. Some old military buddies of mine. One of my military buddies, his wife and the kids are going to pass through Arkansas and stop for a few days to visit with me over the holiday. So basically from the rest of this week until the end of next week, I'm not going to really be able to do anything. I work Saturday and Sunday. Sunday's only a 5-hour day though. And then I took Monday off. So next week I'm going to basically just be with my out-of-town friends. And then after that, I've got family obligations because my sister's coming down for a visit after the 4th. So somewhere in the next 2 weeks, I will attempt to get Bad Magic filmed and edited, the first episode, and put up in July sometime. I don't know when because I have to work and I have family and social obligations. And I really wanted to get that first episode done before all this stuff happened. With my friends and family coming into town and stuff, but that storm just screwed my whole plan up. I sat for 2 days in my truck just trying to stay cool. and used a shit ton of gas to do it. And that makes me really angry because it's like a waste of time. I couldn't go to work because my place at work, the flea market I work at, was out of power too. So even if I'd had power, I couldn't go to work. So I could have used that time had I had electricity. I could have used that time to film and to edit and to be ready for my birthday stream. But no, and it couldn't be something simple that they could fix easy. It had to be a whole damn tree just uprooted itself. Those winds were so powerful that trees just literally fell over, roots and all, just come up out of the ground, It was crazy. Looks like I got a Cash App from Greg 5425. Greg 5425. That's $5 says, new to this Cash App stuff, I'll do that too. And I will reply with a big thumbs up. Thank you, Greg. Yeah, please put your screen name in the message if you want me to address you by your screen name, because I'm not going to dox you. I'm not going to say your first and last name. I mean, if your first name's Greg, great. There's 10 million Gregs in the world, but I'm not going to give last names on the stream. I'll just read your handle. Like, my handle's Lord Magog, but whatever your handle is, I'll read that if you don't put your screen name, but I don't know who you are. If you're somebody watching the chat right now, say, hi, that was from me, or just, be like, yay, he read it, but I'm just letting people out there know, if you want to use Cash App, put your screen name in the message so I know who it's from here in the chat. But thank you very much for the $5 donation and the birthday wishes. It's really cool of you. Thank you. But yeah, I've got to save my money going forward. I've got to start working on my debts, my bills. I've got credit cards and all that from COVID. I didn't make as much money in COVID as I used to make back in like 2018 and 2019, going back to when I first started YouTube. So I've got to play catch up, and that's more important right now. But I promise, once things start moving forward and I start this new job and I start Bad Magic and everything, once things start really finally leveling out for me and I get the boot off my neck, I'm going to devote a lot more time into the show and trying to figure out new characters and people to work with to voice those new characters and stuff like that. So I hope you guys like Bad Magic when it comes out. I really am hoping you like this format and the whole routine, comedy routines and stuff that I have planned. But I really wish I had something to show y'all tonight. I was not expecting the storm. I was not expecting to be called into work on my birthday. Not that I'm complaining, because I couldn't go to work Monday. I usually go to work Monday, so that's less on my paycheck. So I took the hours. They were offered to me, and I took them. So I'm not complaining, but it did make my day way longer, especially since the tops of my eyes hurt, like physically. Have you guys ever been so tired because you haven't slept in like days that like the tops of your eyes, like right here, like actually hurt? That's like where I'm at right now. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm like talking fast and stuff, because this is me like exhausted talking, blathering on. So thank you, Vorgan. He says we understand. Thank you so much. Nate Rivers, I really dig the idea, but are you going to stick with it this time? Not knocking, but I've been watching you for years and I've noticed the trends. Well, I'm going to try to stick with it. I mean, I have work to do, but I've got a job and stuff, but yeah, I've tried a bunch of different things over the years to grow my channel, if that's the trends you're talking about. A lot of it was political commentary and stuff like that, and life gets in the way. Sometimes you can't make videos. I get it, man. I haven't been the most consistent uploader over the past few years. Um, Part of that's my fault. Part of it's the whole culture on the internet and trying to make a business of this kind of thing. Creativity, constant creativity. It burns you out. You know, I get burnt out all the time. Can't come up with any jokes. Can't come up with the skits. Sometimes your just brain just shuts off. Man, being creative constantly, trying to think of good jokes and good skits and stuff. It can be exhausting. And I'm done with the days of responding to news articles and stuff. I've said everything I wanted to say. That chapter in my life is closed. I'm done with politics for now. It's I've said it before, but it's so soul sucking, you know. I just want to move on from that. I have a grand vision for the characters in the world I created that wasn't really about the politics of the Earth realm. It was about the comedy that takes place in Magog's world, and that's where I've always wanted to go. But it's a tough business, man. It really is. I will try my very best to keep episodes coming out and stuff, but I've also got a job, and that wipes it out of me quite a lot. So I'm going to do my best, but I'm trying to move something on my desktop here. But yeah, trying new things is the worst. That's one of the worst things you could do on YouTube, actually. So many creators have fallen into that creative slump, and then they go, I'm gonna do something fresh and new with my channel. So they change their content, and then their old fans are like, "Fuck this, I'm out." So, that's pretty much what I did too, because after 6 years of politics and social commentary on YouTube, I felt like I was done. You eventually walk a road long enough that it comes to an end, or you come to a fork and you have a choice to go one way or the other. And I chose to kind of rebrand as Wicked Guild, easier to remember, easier to Google. I always hated having to spell my channel name to people, like in real life. Like I'd meet somebody and they're like, "Oh, you're a YouTuber? Oh, what's your channel? I'll check it out." And I was like, Magaga Morskar. And they'd go, "What?" I even have business cards made up so they can go home and like search for it, And I wanted something that was a little bit more impactful, sounded more like a production company, like you'd see at a logo at the beginning of films, right? And so we settled on Wicked Guild. Thank you, Undoomed, for that. He's the one who, I was brainstorming with him one day, and he was just like, I was like overthinking it, and he just came in and was like, what's some high fantasy words? And I was like, I don't know, magic, arcane, wicked, dungeon, dragon, guild. And he was like, just go with Wicked Guild. And I was like, that's too simple, Undoomed. Somebody's probably already got it. So I searched on YouTube for channels named Wicked Guild, and there was nothing. Undoomed just pulled this simple, great name out of nothing, and it turned out to not even be taken. So I took it, So is that Martok or Locke? I think it's Martok the Unhidden. That's a cool name. Martok the Unhidden. Look out for number 1, and that's you and yours. Yeah, I've got too many bills to pay. I don't make as much online, so I had to get a job, and that's going to take up a lot of my time. Basically, YouTube is going to have, at least for the time being, my YouTube channel is going to have to be more of a hobby that makes me some occasional extra spending money until I can get it back up on its feet. Maybe maybe the new show does gangbusters. Maybe people really like it. Maybe it starts getting shared on other platforms. I'll probably try to cross pollinate on different social medias. Probably post out on. Everybody keeps telling me to do a Rumble. I can try that. I have an Odyssey. I have a BitChute. Try to get it out there. Even take some clips, just clips of the funniest jokes, and make them into little shorts I can put up on Twitter, and stuff. So, I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be dedicating both days off when I don't have family obligations. I've sacrificed pretty much anything. I don't have a social life. I don't go out. I very rarely see my friends in real life friends. I don't go out on dates or anything like that. I've sacrificed all that so that I can go to work and work on MacGog on my days off. And that's where I'm at. 7 days a week. That's the plan. Now the past few weeks I've been kind of getting used to the new job, and so I've been taking my days off. But I'm ready to get started. So I just need a little time. I got $5 from K-San. Am I saying that right? K-San? K-San! $5. Didn't say anything though. No message. But thank you, K-San. I'm assuming it's for my birthday. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Let me check my Streamlabs just in case I missed something. It's been a minute since I got to redo the alert, man. I noticed that I ain't got the alert anymore. Another from Beachy Z Veton says, if for $5 says, if I didn't know better, I would have thought that Voth is not the only world who has rape trees for such things to happen. Yeah, the I don't know if YouTube likes those words. Might have to come up with a new alternative name for that tree. No, I definitely got some skits planned. I do love the one I came up with the guy who gets paid to trim the rape trees. The landscaper. Is it? What did you say? Jeremy said something else that... Oh, it's unbidden. Man, B's and H. I said unhidden. Like you're not hiding anymore. Adam Phillips gave $10 saying going beyond 6 years of political content is how you get on a watch list. You made the right decision. Well, thank you. I feel like I did. I know some people don't agree. A lot of my older fans went ahead and left the show because... Ooh, I like that, Nate. Thrusting Willow. I like that. That's good, Nate. Nate, yo. Yo, you're good, you. Thrusting Willow. Let's do that. It's the Molestolia tree. How about that one? Molestolia, like Magnolia, but it's the Molestolia. Ravaged trees. I like that, Assassin. That's not bad. Yo. Uncle Woody. Yeah, that's a great one. Nexies. I like Thrusting Willow or Molestolia. Maybe Molestolia could be its scientific name. It's like officially it's a Molestolia, but it's commonly referred to as the Thrusting Willow. But yeah, I feel like I made the right decision because I've always wanted to just do more comedy. It doesn't have to be pull up a CNN article and go, oh, what are these people thinking? I wanted to be like more Monty Python, actual skits, Blackadder, something like that, so. You guys already know this. Anybody who watches me has heard me talk about the dream and what I wanted this to be and just never got there, so it feels like I'm spinning my wheels here. So, so I hope I don't sound like a broken record. Quit your whining. Hey, give me a second. I'm gonna let Jinx out. He probably has to go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna grab my bottle of water real quick. So just bear with me. I'm just gonna let Jinx out. Go outside. Come on. Go. Go potty. I've come a long way in 6 years, but not as far as I thought I would get. I mean, if we're gonna do a birthday retrospective, if we're gonna look back, I obviously wanted a bigger building than the one I got. Um, but I just didn't. I couldn't raise the money. Um, I needed 25 to 50,000 to get a proper building, like with a concrete slab and I don't know, like a 30 by 40, so I could have like a green screen wall, like a sound stage. So I would have needed 25,000 for the building itself, and then I would have needed the other 25,000 just to do the interior, just to insulate it and run electricity and make sure to get that good insulation that was soundproof. Hang a ceiling in it, put up lights, all that stuff before I could even start filming in it. And I did a GoFundMe. I've done 3 GoFundMes in my entire life. And the first GoFundMe was to move up to the property and get a building to film it. And I raised about $4,800. That wasn't gonna get me my 30 by 60 studio. So I bought this little building instead. That's what I use that money for. And this little shop is what came out of it. And then COVID happened, and I did a second GoFundMe to try to raise some money for production, to kind of buy more props, decorations for the shop, to do the outside of the shop as well. Didn't raise too much with that. I think somewhere around 1,800 to 2,000 I raised. And then after that, I did another GoFundMe last year. I started it. It's been a while since I've done a GoFundMe, and it was basically just for production. People could donate a little bit instead of donating on stream. They could just donate a little bit to the GoFundMe. I just left it open-ended, and it allowed me to do the underpinning on the building, build the stairs, just stuff that really needed to be done by to be able to like film permanently out here instead of just when it was cool. Because before the mini split went in, I could only film out here in the shop like in fall, winter, and early spring. Once it started getting hot, it was impossible to film out here. Now I got a mini split which does heat and air. I love that thing. Thank you again to Brian if you're watching. I appreciate you, buddy. Prop Master Brian Yoder, who sent me the necessary tools I needed to get that mini split in, as well as buying the mini split for me as a gift. Thank you very much. I haven't seen Brian in the chat in a long time, but I hope he's doing well. He's a good dude. Y'all give Brian some props. Dang it, Bobby Davis gave $20 to say first video I saw of you was with Mr. Dapperton. Well, it's been a while since I've talked to Mr. Dapperton. I thought you were the amazing atheist dressed up. Anyway, love you, and I still want the orc mommy. Well, thank you very much for the donation. Dang it, Bobby. I can't believe how many people said that to me back in the old 2017, 2018 days. I got a lot of people in the comment section saying that I look like Amazing Atheist. I personally don't see the damn resemblance. But maybe I see myself differently. I don't know. I currently don't have a banana in the ass, so there's that. And Garrick gave $5 to say, I can never think of anything witty to say. That's okay, Garrick. He donated on Streamlabs, and I appreciate that. And you don't have to think of anything witty. You just always there in the chat, aren't you, Garrick? Lord Garrick, longtime viewer. Thank you so much for all the support over the years. Thank you all, actually. Um, you guys are awesome. Basically everybody watching now and everybody who watches the new content, the Wicked Guild content, since I move away from politics, y'all are like the hardcore fans. You're the base, right? You're like those first. You're like those that few hundred people that just you still want to see the dream come to life. You still want to see me build the village and do the whole sitcom thing, and you guys really like my content, and I really appreciate that. It's so cool of you guys. I know things have been rough for me. It's been rough for a lot of people. You know, I wish I could have done much better as a YouTuber. I do wish that, but at the same time, I got to be thankful for what I got, and I've come a long way. Used to live in a crappy apartment that cost way more than it should have. Now I'm living up here on the land. I got a roof over my head. I've got a good family. For the most part, I have my health. Could stand to lose a little around the midsection, but you know, other than that, my shoulder's killing me. I'm in constant pain. I threw my shoulder a couple weeks back, and it has not stopped hurting. I've been icing it. It's I don't know what to do about that. I'm gonna have to go to the doc, I guess, because it just won't stop. I blew my elbow out one time too. What was that, last year? I had to wear a sling for like a month, but the elbow healed. The shoulder doesn't seem to want to fucking heal. Spawn Freak says, "Trust me, you look way better than TJ Kirk." Well, thank you, Spawn Freak. I appreciate that. I have no idea what TJ's up to these days. I think he unfollowed me or blocked me or something on Twitter, so I must have said something that made him angry. I don't even remember last time I talked to TJ, man. You can thank my husband for introducing your channel to me, says Dragon S. Well, thank you, Dragon S's husband. I hope I got everybody's super chats. Did I miss any? I hope not. Nope, I think I got them all. Night Sun, did I read Night Sun's? Glad to hear you got a good job. I did read that one. Okay, Night Sun, I got yours. All right. I don't like missing people's because you guys donate, you give me birthday money. I want to make sure that I at least read your comment, you know. So yeah. I deal with a lot of stuff, and you know, sometimes it seems like every time I take a step forward, I take 2 steps back. Life's been a little complicated that way, but I almost feel like I'm not out of the woods, but I can see the light through the trees. And as you all know, sometimes you have to fight against the dying of the light, so to speak. Who said that? Somebody looked that quote up, because I know it was somebody famous, like a writer or a philosopher or something. BGC Veden says, "Thank you for not selling yourself out and following your heart and doing what you felt was right. Try not to get yourself hurt." Thank you, Veden. And you're absolutely wrong. Had I had the opportunity to sell out, I would have done it in a heartbeat, because I like money. Joking. Yeah. Yeah, I learned through mistakes that maybe chasing trending topics and news and politics and talking about what everybody else is talking about doesn't necessarily equal true success. Now, don't get me wrong, I would have loved to seen my numbers go up as high as at least a channel that's comparable to mine, which is like Viva La Dirt League. And they got like, what? 1 million subscribers, something like that. They get hundreds of thousands of views per video. They do little skits, like RPG characters, and they kind of make fun of video game stuff. But it took them, what, 10 years to reach that? I'm on 6.5, almost 7 years. It's still possible. I still love this. And my fans support me. I don't want to give up on them. I could have given up a long time ago and just gone and got a job and just made it work, and stopped doing YouTube. But I don't want to. Look at this place. Look at what I've built. You guys can't see it all because it's all behind the camera, but there's a whole building here that I haven't even fully utilized yet, And I got these great cameras from Octane Junkie as a gift. Thank you, Octane Junkie, again. You're an amazing guy. Hope you're being safe out there. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to dox anybody, but, be safe, brother. I don't want to give up on it, but I also got to a point where I was getting further in debt instead of, coming up, what's the terms? Coming up in the black, And I wish I could have made it to 100,000 subscribers or 200,000, got that stupid play button. I could have put it in a video, Magog throwing darts at it, but it would have been nice to reach that level, but I could just, it's like I hit 30,000 subs and I just plateaued, just flatlined, I can never seem to break out of the 30,000 subscriber realm. Maybe it's just not in the cards for me. Maybe it's because I changed my content. Maybe it's because I didn't upload as regularly as other YouTubers. Maybe it's my content just isn't for everybody and people watch, but then they go, this guy's a fucking retard. I don't know the answer. I'm tired of trying to figure it out, trying to figure out the algorithm, trying to figure out the complicated nature of everybody's, internet cultural bubbles. There's not just one internet culture. It's like all these little communities and bubbles everywhere, and everybody's got their own way of thinking and their own little biases, and I'm tired of trying to navigate all of those things. So I finally just gave up and said, you know what? Scratch everything, scrub it all. We're going to call ourselves Wicked Guild. We're going to reboot the character a little bit. And I'm just going to do content that makes me happy. And hopefully other people like it. And that's my business model going forward. I'm going to do what makes me happy when I can do it. And hopefully you all like it too. Because I can't figure this shit out anymore. I tried for years. I tried chasing trending topics. I tried making fun of more, I tried making fun of people that were celebrities and stuff in order to kind of, get retweeted and stuff, and get my videos shared. And I've tried even kind of censoring myself a little bit, cutting out the little bits that were too heavy for YouTube, blurring out the boobies, you guys remember Topless Mead Wench, you guys remember when Magog reacted to porn stars? I tried a lot of different weird shit to try to figure out these trends and this. And my conclusion has always been, it's like 20% hard work and 80% pure fucking luck. Somebody, a lot of these bigger YouTubers I knew, they just stuck at it. They kept doing their content, and one of two things happened. No matter how hard they worked, they either plateaued or eventually died, or they caused a controversy or something and grew bigger. So I got tired of figuring all that out. I figured, fuck it. I'm just going to do what makes me happy, and hopefully you all like it too, because I'm tired of trying to figure all this mess out. It's a goddamn fucking bag of cats. Okay? It's just a sack of fucking cats, of crazy cats. That's it. That's all the internet, YouTube shit is. Did I read Nate's already? Nate says $20. I found your channel back when you collabed with Bearing. I've always returned for the comedy. Godspeed. Also, I still think the Dickless Horseman is one of your best ideas. The Dickless Horseman. Yeah, I remember that. I am gonna have to roll with something like that. I'm gonna have to do a skit about that. Maybe Magog shares a legend from his world, the legend of the Dickless Horseman. That's funny stuff. Thank you again, Nate. We've come a long way over the years. 6 years is a long time. I've had ups and downs. I've had friends come and go. I've had colleagues join me and then quit the show. I've had epic successes, individual successes like videos. I think my Magog Bears Arms is like my most watched video ever. It's got like 50,000 views. And I've had epic failures, and I've had to come to my fans hat in hand many times and just be like, hey, I need help. Can you guys buy my t-shirts? I came very close to losing the Necronook, this building, because things just face planted during COVID. And you guys have always been there. You guys are great. You guys have helped me. You bought my t-shirts. You joined my Patreon and my Subscribe Star, and you left comments and you shared my videos. And I wish I could say that it was more than it is. That it launched my channel into the stratosphere, so that I could make that bigger money and build a village and a castle, to film in and stuff. Because I don't want to spend money on anything else. I have one fucking dream in this life, and I don't need fast cars and loose women and big mansions and yachts and helicopters. If I won the Powerball and I had $300 million in the bank, yeah, I'd have a nice house. I'd probably buy some more land so I don't have neighbors even remotely close to me. But I'd spend the bulk of that just building some crazy shit to make movies and TV shows in Magog's world. I have a lot of people go through their entire life just trying to find that one job or career that they just really like, or they can at least put up with and make good money and take care of their families and their kids, make sure that their kids go to a good school, and you have a nice home and you have a nice car. The American dream, the white picket fence. I'm not one of those guys. I sacrificed all of that for one fucking dream, and that is to make crazy high fantasy dark comedy. And I've tried so hard, to the point of burning myself out. That's why I wasn't as consistent with my uploads, like Nate asked about earlier. Because it's hard to describe unless you guys have done it yourself. But when you've done as many videos as I have, if you go to my Odyssey, my backup channel, that still has all the videos since the beginning on it. That's my archive channel. You can still go watch all the Magog videos you want over on Odyssey. And there's like 680 videos. Like, I've done that many videos. And think about every one of those being like a script or a live stream filled with improvised comedy and ideas and world building and and jokes. After that many, you kind of start feeling the burnout. Sometimes I'll be writing a joke and be like, wait, didn't I do that joke like back in 2018? Like, what can you do? So I'm trying to keep it fresh, and I'm going to try this new show, Bad Magic. I really like the show, Bad Magic. I've got a gremlin puppet in a treasure box I got at the flea market. I'm going to cut a hole in the bottom of it so I can control the puppet and have him superimposed with Magog. I've got Penny of the Dread. I'd like to resurrect that character because we never got to implement her in the old days. It's basically the female Poe. She's different, though. She's different, but she's a Grim Raven, just like Poe is. And maybe I meet some people and can start working with people in real life, and then I'm going to finish decorating the Magic Mirror area so I can film the magic mirror and superimpose people onto the magic mirror and do kind of a back and forth with people at the magic mirror. There's still a way to do a fun show with the limited crew that I have. So let's see how it comes out. Spawn Freak says it's okay to fail, Jeremy, as long as you get back up and try again. That's right. It's not the fact that you got kicked off the horse. It's whether or not you have the courage to get back up on the horse after you've been kicked in the teeth, you know. So that being said, it seems like I fail an awful lot. It's starting to become a worrying trend. You know, I used to say as a joke, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. But I'm starting to actually believe it, and that it's not actually a joke. So, but let me check the Streamlabs. What time is it? 8:10. Oof. Yeah, I better get going. Thank you all. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'll do a questions before I leave. Do you guys have any questions? I'll read the chat and I'll answer a few questions and maybe stick around for a few more minutes. But it's already after 8. Not the funnest birthday, but at least the AC's back on and I have power again, and I'm looking forward to going in and kicking up my feet, take a shower. You know, get prepared for the long work week starting tomorrow, because I only did half a day today, but tomorrow's supposed to be 102 to 105, something like that. The 105 plus heat index plus humidity, so it's supposed to feel like 120 tomorrow and Friday, and then it's supposed to rain on Saturday, Sunday, and I think Monday too. And I hope those storms aren't as bad as this last one. I really can't do this anymore. So Tex Machina says, can I do voiceovers for future videos? Yeah, I'll be putting out audition calls for audition for people to do small skits and small bit parts. So, you know, 1 or 2 lines, because I can't afford to pay anybody right now. But the hope is eventually I can pay you for your work if the show becomes more successful. But, you know, if you want to just be on the show and be able to say, hey, that's my voice in Magog's newest episode of Bad Magic, and you're a fan and you just want to help out and be a part of this, I'd love it if some of you guys could audition for a few bit roles, you know, small roles, you know, nothing fancy, nothing crazy, you know, couple lines, couple bits, you know, nothing, no heavily involved scripts as of yet, you know. But if you become a fan favorite and people want to see more of your character, then we can talk about some sort of future profit sharing thing or something, because I like to make sure people are paid for their work, you know. But I wish I made more money so I could pay for people's talents, but I don't. So, but yeah, keep an eye out in future videos and community posts, because I'll be holding little auditions. So, Tex says, I want to do it for fun. Well, that's great. I'm cool with that. Just a few lines, you know, it's no big deal. Did you like your mention in my Bud Light videos? Says Carlos. I may have watched it. Did you tweet it at me? Was that you? Or did somebody else tweet that at me? I think I saw it. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it. Yeah, I might have seen that. I have an idea to bring my fish to Voth, if you'd be down. I have ideas. Time is just bad for me. I hear you, Fish. Carlos Fish. I don't, you like, yeah, just submit anything, because I'll have an email, and just submit your voice or video files when I call for an audition. Right now, I got to get a couple episodes out first so people can see the format, right? Okay, that was you. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, thanks for the shout out. You reading any good books? Asks Donald Kender. No, don't have a lot of time for reading. I know some fans have sent me some books, and I've fallen behind reading them. I spend so much time just doing my own writing that I don't feel like reading a lot. And I mostly just, when I can't write or that I'm just too burned out or my shoulder's killing me and I need to relax, I like to just chill and talk with my friends in Discord or just watch TV. Just a few episodes before I go into bed, go watch an episode or two or a movie. I don't have the time that I used to. Now that I work 40 hours a week, plus trying to do family stuff, I got to take care of this big fucking yard. That takes 3 hours on my days off. All that stuff. It's getting a little more difficult to find time to just do stuff like that, read books. But maybe one day I can go back to reading. I used to be a big reader. Used to collect them. Let me go. Jinx is barking at something, and I'm afraid of what it might be. If it's the neighbors driving back here, they get real mad at him running in after their truck. Jinxie boy. Jinxie boy. Come on. Jace. Sorry about that, everyone. Calm down. Yeah, it's hot out there, isn't it? God, it's the evening. The sun's almost down, and it's still like 90 degrees outside. It's so sweltering hot. I need about 350. Yeah, thank you. You guys do it at a tree fitty thing. How large is this yard? Well, Vitan, I own 12 and a half acres. Partially, because me and my dad went in together with it, for it. But we cleared, I'd say about 1.25 acres-ish. Some of it's forest, but it's cleared forest, so I got to brush hog it to keep it down, because we cut all them trees down so we can walk through the woods, and I don't want to lose that from the underbrush growing again. So I have to brush hog the forest, and we're going to keep clearing too. I want to be able to walk through this whole motherfucker, do a lot of filming and stuff, But then I also have to mow the easement on both sides of the easement, which is 2,500 foot. So yeah, it's a lot of yard work. I'm glad I have a tractor. So, yeah, you live in South Carolina, Garrick? Nice. I was born in South Carolina, believe it or not. I was raised in Arkansas though, so. But we would go back to South Carolina quite a bit. Try an audiobook for doing work and other chores. Yeah, it's been a while since I listened to an audiobook, because I usually end up listening to podcasts. I really like movie reviews and stuff, But yeah, maybe I should try some audiobooks. It's been a while. Last time I listened to audiobooks, I was on a road trip. Audiobooks are great for road trips. Let me check and see if I got anything on CASHAPP so I don't miss anybody. Nope. Nope, I got nothing. Alright. My Yoda app is pinging me. Did I win $500,000? I'm not that lucky. Nobody's ever gonna win that. But I got extras for my birthday. That's nice of them. Oh, I got 3 cents. I got 3 cents. It's a free app. It's just a savings account. But you get they do drawings, Alright, well, thank you guys again. Thanks for coming by to wish me a happy birthday. Thank you everybody on Twitter who wished me a happy birthday. No, Jinx. No. Hold on. Poe just chilling over there. Come here. Is it still too high? Come here. Who's my buddy? Who's my buddy? Let me go over. There we go. Who's my buddy? Who's my buddy? Who's my handsome boy? Who's my handsome boy? Anyway, I should get going. Thank you all for coming by and wishing me a happy birthday. I really appreciate it. And it was fun catching up with you guys. I don't know when I'll be able to finish Bad Magic, sometime in July, hopefully. Please bear with me. When I finally get that done, I will be so happy because I want to see it. I want to see the finished product. Writing the script had me laughing, so hopefully it makes you laugh too. So, all right. On that note, I am going to go. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully after the holiday when we start SideQuest back up, and hopefully see you soon on Bad Magic. Thank you again. Y'all stay groovy, baby, and we'll see you next time. Peace.